Well, hi, I'm Darren Springer, Deputy Commissioner with the Public Service Department, and I'm excited to be talking with you today about legislation that's been introduced in the House and the Senate in Vermont, which is H40 and S51, bill to establish a new renewable energy standard and energy transformation program. And the reason that it's important that this legislation move forward this year is our current primary renewable energy program, which is called the SPEED program, is set to expire in 2017. And so it's an appropriate time for policymakers to consider what comes next and how do we have the next generation of renewable energy and energy innovation in Vermont, and how do we do so in a way that benefits ratepayers, that reduces greenhouse gas emissions, and that can save customers money. And so the legislation does three primary different things that accomplish those goals. And the first part of it is it sets overall renewable electricity targets for our utilities, starting at 55% in 2017 and rising to 75% by 2032. So overall, that would mean that our utilities' energy portfolios would become greener over time and include a mix of renewable energy credits that would be retired to meet those goals. And that could include hydro projects, solar projects, wind, biomass, any kind of renewable energy. Farm digester projects of any size would fit in that tier 1, we've been calling it. A second piece of the program, which is important for communities to be engaged with, is a target for distributed generation, a specific target for utilities to provide customers with a portion of their electricity coming from new renewable energy projects sized 5 megawatts or less. And that would start in 2017 with 1% of our electricity coming from new projects, and resulting by 2032 in 10% of our electricity coming from in-state distributed renewable projects. So we're talking about here projects 5 megawatts or less. That means we're talking about net metering projects, rooftop solar, community scale solar, as well as a variety of other small projects that would potentially fit that definition. And what that will do is not only help with deferring transmission costs and locating generation close to where customers use energy, it also means we can support jobs in the clean energy industry in Vermont. A recent report in 2014 found that we already have over 15,000 jobs in the clean energy industry in Vermont, and that's a fast-growing sector for economic development. Finally, and perhaps most innovative as a part of this proposal, is a requirement that utilities help their customers save money and reduce fossil fuel use through so-called energy transformation projects. And that means each year utilities would have a goal of reducing a certain amount of fossil fuel use and achieving savings for customers through different types of clean heating and clean energy projects. So we're talking about helping customers switch to biomass heating from fossil fuel, or helping get more efficient equipment in to heat your home, weatherizing homes, cold climate heat pumps, geothermal heat pumps, solar water heating, variety of technologies, many of which are already available today, but this would be an opportunity for utilities to partner, whether it be with your local fuel dealer or with Efficiency Vermont or NeighborWorks or other partners to help get these technologies out to the marketplace. And it also may include some efforts in the transportation sector, particularly around electric vehicles and recharging stations and other such technologies. The key benefit for this whole set of projects in Tier 3, as we've called it, is we can have a rate benefit as a result of that, because if we use more heat pumps and more electric vehicles, and we actually can use more kilowatt hours in an efficient way, use the grid more efficiently, we can actually bring rates down and save money for customers. And we project that that tier will result in a net of $275 million in energy bill savings for Vermont customers throughout the course of the program. And finally, the analysis that the department has done shows that this program, this suite of activities that would be contemplated in H40 and S51 would reduce greenhouse gas emissions roughly equivalent to what we need to do about a quarter of our goal for 2050. So by 2050, we've said we want to reduce carbon 75%. And this program will get you about a quarter of the way there. So it's not the full solution, but it's probably one of the biggest steps we could possibly take. And for the economic and environmental benefits, the department is very supportive of this legislation, looks forward to working with a variety of stakeholders and communities and partners in Vermont to implement it effectively if it's enacted. Thank you.